4 fights.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a war. So far, Taylor's chosen not to make it a war. Julian's done his part. He's dancing as hard as he can.
Many thought Jackson would retire after his 2 losses to Gerald McClellan, but he says he is not done yet. Lunging right hand there by Jackson, but no damage on Taylor. Taylor, good physique, very sturdy, solid body. He's never been down.
That was minimizing Jackson's effectiveness with that big stuff, and he's also scoring some punches of his own.
It's not pretty, but he's effective.
Hello.
Taylor's got a good chin. You're going to have one against Jackson.
And so far, Jackson has not been able to land anything really flush with full power. He's reaching for the blows, and Taylor's is just stepping away enough to diminish the power of Julian's blows.
Julian Jackson, who won his first 29 fights convincingly, got his first title shot with Mike McCallum in 1986. Jackson's first major setback. He's only lost 3 times, the other 2 to McClellan.
It was a nice right-hand lead by Jackson. Landed pretty clean, but follow-up wasn't there. Once again, Quincy Taylor getting out of the way.
Taylor, confident, calm, relaxed style at 32, a seasoned veteran, has worked hard for this first shot at a world title. Taylor in the blue trunks, the challenger. Jackson in the white, the champion.
Well, in order to avoid this crowd from getting up and leaving en masse, Quincy better start fighting a little bit more exciting a fight, because so far these first 2 rounds have not set this public on fire.
Well, the crowd is very much at a numb stage right now. Many have left. They had over 16,000 strong for the Tyson McNeely fight. But a lot of people very disappointed, let down. There was such a tremendous hype and promotion and build up to that fight for such a long time. And just like that, boom, it's over. And it ended in very, very disappointing fashion.
You just didn't get to see Mike. You didn't get to see Tyson. He was overwhelmed by this guy, and then every time he shot a good punch, he knocked the guy down. You didn't get to see him fight. You didn't get to see him bob and weave and attack. All he did was counterpunch the guy into oblivion, and that was all.
If you came to see a good event, you saw an event, but you didn't see a good fight.
But not a good fight. Well, we have been saying all week that this is an event, not a fight, but I'll tell you what, McNeely made it a fight for 1 round. Had they let him go to the end, nobody could have criticized him.
Well, in case you were wondering, McNeely made $5,455 per second. Round 3.
Not a bad minute and a half's work.
But who knows? They may take a lot of that away once they review the tapes, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, because of the fashion in which it was stopped.
I think they could find his manager and his handlers. I don't think they could find him for their action.
Oh, I don't think so either. I mean, I think they're fine. I think they'd be more than glad to just forget that and let it sink into limbo of its own weight.
What a shame it had to come to that. You have a lot of people here, glossy-eyed, just nodding their heads negatively. It should have happened that way. Anyway, this for the WBC Middleweight Championship has been rather uneventful. A lot of people thought that Jackson, including Taylor, would come out bombing, come out swarming. Maybe not like Peter McNeely did, but at least the way Julian Jackson knows how.
Listen, Julian's trying as much as he ever tries to knock this guy out. It's Quincy that's content to fall back and fight a little dull fight, and unfortunately that's not what we want to see here. We don't want more dullness, we want excitement.
And we saw what happened in his last fight in Worcester, in which he did not look good in the first round against the Italian Agostino Cardamone, and then boom, 1 punch. He put Cardamone down, came out of nowhere in the second round.
Cardamone for 1 second was on top, and next thing you knew he was on his back.
That was a ferocious, vicious right hook to the jaw to KO Cardamone. Midway, round 3. The life has been sucked out of this arena.
It does. It looks like we're on a ship that's been beached. Everybody's gotten off, and just we're sitting here waiting for the crew to finish.
The SS Poseidon.
I'm going to pass out the no-dose.
Really unfortunate.
Well, that's unfortunate because Julian Jackson's always given such blazingly good fights. Darn it, I wish this was one of them tonight. I wish we could go out with a blaze of excitement. But don't give up hope. Everywhere there's Julian Jackson, there's a possibility of a quick knockout.
Crazy, crazy night. We thought that Lamar Murphy won that first fight to take the championship away from Miguel Angel Gonzalez, and then a boring second fight for the WBA heavyweight championship.
But in the second fight, 3 of the judges gave 3 rounds to Hip.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Ridiculous. Well, that sums up tonight's night. Ridiculous.
No, the best fight was the Riot.
That's true. After that,
That was the best
after the real fight. You're right. Lamar Murphy's people very upset. Under 30 seconds, round 3. Quincy Taylor beginning to open up just a bit now. Hearing it from his corner, Curtis Coates, one of the great champions. Final seconds, round 3. There's the bell. Let's go over to Jim Gray. Jim?
Thank you, Steve. I'm joined by Michael Spinks, the former heavyweight champion of the world. Michael fought Mike Tyson back in 1988 in June. Lost in 91 seconds in the first round. Your thoughts on what happened here in the controversial ending?
Well, it was going well for a minute. You know, the guy came out trying to prove his point. Gave Mike some real rough tactics, which is a part of boxing. But the ending was kind of sudden. I mean, he got hit one time. All the punches Mike threw to hit him, only one landed, which was the uppercut. And all of a sudden, his corner hopped in the ring and stopped the fight. But
what would you have done and how would you have felt had your trainer done that to you?
I'd have been kicking their butt now, right now. You know, but I think Mills Lane, being that that's his arena, he controlled the ring. And if the man wasn't in bad shape, I don't think McNeely was in bad shape.
Trainer's way out of line. Becky Owens for running in there, isn't it?
Yeah, because the same thing happened with Magic Taylor when Richard Steele stopped the fight with Julio Cesar Chavez and Magic Taylor. Lou Duva hopped in the ring while Richard Steele was...
Mike, we got to get back to the action right here. We appreciate you. Good to see you. Let's go back to Steve.
All right, Jim. Michael getting all wound up there. Round 4. Well, people are going to be talking about that unfortunate incident for a long time to come. Shame.
Quincy Taylor's putting together where probably the more effective of the punches. He's landing, moving, slipping, getting out of the way of some of Julian's bigger stuff. But right now, a relatively uneventful fight.
Left hook there by, actually, it's a straight left by Taylor, but a glancing blow as Jackson was able to duck away from it. Do you find it difficult to fight southpaws, Bobby?
You know, I fought so many early in the 80s when I was in 160, 168-pound divisions. I don't care. They're a pain in the rear end sometimes. They're awkward. They're just...
It's confusing at times.
They drive you nuts because all their punches and your punches have to come from different angles and different counters, and it just sometimes is annoying.
Well, Julian Jackson said he's ready for this southpaw. He hadn't fought too many southpaws early on, but he's fought more later in his career. He says he feels prepared.
Bobby, I'm sorry. Since every fighter is going to be asked this question, and you are our fighter, I'm going to ask you the question. What would you have said to your corner man if he jumped in way before you were ready to finish fighting? Would you have words for him, or would you have just said thank you?
I've already made it very clear that if they ever do that, they will fight with me on the spot. So I don't expect it would happen.
That's an answer, Bobby. That's it.
Although, you know, McNeely didn't seem that upset or angered over it at first, but I think once he starts thinking about it more and hears more about it, the commentaries that are going to...
Wait till he reads all the papers tomorrow. He's going to get very mad.
It's going to fester.
If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down like a man, so let it be.
You know, Taylor appears to be stepping up the action. He just got off a nice little rally against Julian. He's won a round. He's coming on. He's just slow. He's not attacking. It's Julian that's doing the attacking. Oh, look at that.
Good left. Straight left hand there by Quincy Taylor that got the attention of Julian Jackson.
But it was, you know, so slow. It's a miracle it landed. It was like a lofting grenade. It was really strong. It wasn't a zipping punch.
He's quietly subduing Julian Jackson.
Oh, there's a good uppercut, left uppercut by Taylor, and an answer by Jackson. An uppercut from him, and then a right.
I think that's what Julian wants. He wants a mix-up. That's what he wants. He wants to be in there close.
Oh, a left hook, and down goes Jackson, just above us. Julian Jackson is down.
His head almost wound up in my lap.
6. You okay? 7. 8. You okay? Are you sure you're all right?
He gets up at 8.
Come to me. Put your hands up.
Can't be saved by the bell, except in the last round.
expecting an explosion. We got it. Let's go to the corner.
There you go. Come on now. Come on now. Wake up. Wake up. All right? Come on now. Relax. Give me that drive test. All right, Julian? You ain't closing that gap. Remember we worked doing that in the gym? All right. You're laying back too much, all right? That was his best.
All right, let's take a look at this sudden and shocking turn of events. Now, that's a perfect left-hander. And Julian, look at Julian. Delayed reaction, down he goes, and there is Bobby Chips.
Yeah, that's... He almost landed right in my face. You watch it from the overhead angle. He hits him, steps to the side, right on the side of the head, temple area. Julian never saw it, and as he comes through, he does almost wind up in my lap.
And let's go super slow so you can really see the beauty of that punch, because that was a perfectly landed punch. And this is what we talked about. Whang! Right on the jaw. Man, that was a good shot. And down goes Julian, almost sliding to where we were. Head first slide.